everyone, we're back. Yeah, I started it with we're back this time. I didn't even wait to say I just started with it. We're back. With Moogle Go Round episode 181. Yes, it's been 2 whole weeks. I know you've all missed us. Isn't that right, Paul? Hi, Paul.
Yeah, I know. It's starting to get old now, Chile. You can't say we're back every time we do a normal
No, we're back.
normal podcast, right?
We're back, Paul. We're back after 2 weeks.
We've been back for a while.
What if we disappear again?
I mean, the world would be a safer place.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's true. There would be better content made in our space. I guess talking about better content, we should talk about our wonderful guests that are on today. We have the lovely Azurite. Hey, Azurite.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Great. It's a little bit late. I'm a little bit tired, but other than that, I'm good. Yeah, I'm
good. Sorry, we're night owls, so.
No, don't worry. I'm good. I'll live.
Just crack a Red Bull. Just do it. I've already started. I just finished Red about an hour ago.
I've been very good. I haven't had an energy drink in ages, actually, to be honest. So I've been a very good boy. I haven't cracked one in a while. Energy drinks, by the way. I mean, just in case anyone.
I don't know that crack in a while, you know.
Can you talk a little bit about what you do and where people can find your content and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So primarily I used to make content on YouTube, mostly like guide kind of content. I also post my opinions on the state of the game and all that kind of stuff as well over on YouTube at Azurite FFXIV. Maybe you've heard of me, maybe you haven't. Who knows? I'm not that special. And I also stream full-time on Twitch under Azuritian. Don't try and pronounce that, just say Azurite or Azu, that's fine. And most links I can be found under the name Azuritian. But over on YouTube it's Azurite FFXIV. And yeah, that's me. I make educational content, which is kind of meant to be funny, but it's just kind of cringe. But people enjoy that, so, that's good.
Everybody enjoys a bit of cringe nowadays.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way, on your solo clears of Deep Dungeons.
Thank you. It's a hard fought battle.
And as always, and joining
as always.
Look, words are hard tonight for some reason. Like I think my brain is still getting over the 6 podcasts I had to do on Sunday. Okay,
but it's now Thursday.
It's still 6 podcasts.
In a few minutes, it's going to be Friday.
I know, it's scary. And then next week we've got the Cloud Data Center. But anyway, off topic here as always. Joining us is the lovely Feifu as well. Hey, Feifu. Hopefully I'm saying your name right.
Well, the Feifu is actually a joke name. Because like there was like something that happened in my stream before. It's kind of like an inside joke, and then I would change my name on Twitter to Feifu. But Feifu or
okay, well, I need to fucking change that then.
Nah, it's okay. We can keep Feifu. I like Feifu. I think it's like
is it supposed to be Faye 6, aka Faye Final Fantasy 6? The
Faye
game you still need to finish one day.
Nah, it's just Faye V. It's actually a combination of my in-game name, because I didn't really know what to take, so I just slapped like Faye and then like the first part of my last name together. I didn't really like it, but I was like, whatever, I'll just roll with it. So that's where Faye V comes from. And
then when they added Faze into Shadowbringers, you're like, oh my god, they listened, and it's all gone full circle.
I mean, yeah, well, I changed my name after Shadowbringers, so like maybe that was the reason. Who knows?
Maybe. Anyway, could you tell us where people can find your content and what you do?
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, usually I make shorts on TikTok for Final Fantasy 14, although not really as much anymore lately. Mainly, I'm just uploading special content on YouTube.
Was that special in hyphens? Was that?
It was special in hyphens.
Special.
Yeah. Special type of content under the name Favy, and otherwise you can find me on Twitch under the name Favy. So I usually stream anything but 14 actually, so that's kind of like awkward. But...
This is very awkward. A 14-page podcast. That's very awkward.
I'm actually like a 14 player anymore at this point. Like I mean, I've played the game for a long time, but lately I'm kind of just waiting for Dawn Trail, honestly. I
think a lot of people
smart.
do it now. Like,
yeah,
I think that's fine.
Like I say, that's smart. Like that in my opinion, that's probably the best thing to do. Like I've told a lot of people that like, oh, I'm thinking about coming back now. I'm like, don't come back now. Like,
Stay away. Play Lost Ark or something, or World of Warcraft. I don't want you back here.
Jeez,
No, but
it's a hostel.
All you guys
14.
do is complain about Endwalker anyway. Have you seen all the YouTube videos?
Yeah, I love. Actually, we have not made an Endwalker complaint video. We might. Have
Oh,
complained in
you're missing
podcasts.
out. Well, we'll do it
I've
for
seen
you.
them.
I'm
you have
definitely
to-
not innocent there.
It's okay. Like Azurite is here. I'm here. We can like just make a hate video on Endwalker right now and just record this whole part and upload it on YouTube. Don't.
Well, yeah,
don't
we
do
might get to 100 subscribers then.
Yeah, kind of.
But no, we're not much of. My view is like, the only thing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for a lot. I say this all the time, but my main issue with Endwalker is the main story just feels like a voiced. If this was the trial storyline, this would probably be one of the best expansions of all time. This just feels like a voiced version of what should be the trial questline.
Oh, you mean like the Four Lords, like that type of quest line?
Yeah, the Four Lords and stuff like that. The current MSQ
yeah.
feels like what should be the Four Lords content for this expansion.
I
Yeah.
do agree there, but I do think like this MSQ arc has opened up story for like a future arc, a future expansion even. So we'll see. Like honestly, at first I did feel the same, but like as it came to the conclusion, I was like, damn, this is actually pretty decent. I mean, personally for me anyway, I actually really enjoyed the conclusion of the story, and at first I was like, damn, this feels like
Have
such
we
a
all
filler
completed
arc.
it? Have we all completed the story, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes.
I think what I heard from a lot of people, at least from the main MSQ, low-key spoiler alert, I guess, for people that haven't finished it yet. I mean, if you haven't finished it yet, I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
That's what I told a lot of people, that they haven't finished yet, and all
Yeah.
they're doing is waiting for the storyline. I would say just wait until early next year and come back. That way you'll have because remember, there's still another part 2 of the story coming in January. And then we
Yeah,
still
no,
got
it's-
until June for the expansion, probably.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know the date exactly, but most of us are guessing around June. Which means that probably between January and June, there will be a free weekend login, I'm going to guess. There'll be a login weekend. So if you really just want to do it for the story, just wait until the free login weekend and then log in and do the content you're missing.
I think it's not necessarily a super big surprise anymore, even for people that haven't played MSQ, is that we eventually will go to Garlemald. Air quote thing. Is that a spoiler? I mean, kind of.
Not really,
not
no.
really. Not really at this point. I think that a lot of people, at least from the side that I've heard, a lot of people were a little bit disappointed with the side of Garlemald within the MSQ, mainly because it felt so short. You know, there was a lot of build up and a lot of things about Garlemald that we heard in every other expansion, and then you go there and really you just kind of do like 10 quests and you call it a day.
Yeah,
So,
because
like,
we spent too much time on the fucking moon, man.
Do you even really go to
Love it.
Garlemald, though? Like, the Garlemald is basically just a PNG in the background.
Yeah, like Garlemald was kind of like disappointing for a lot of people, and I think that kind of like made the impact of the MSQ maybe a little bit less. I think if they cut out a bit from the moon, because like I was good after like 5 quests on the moon, like for real. I think like
Yeah,
after
yeah, I
5
hate
quests
the
I
moon.
was good, you know.
The fucking
like-
Loporrit. I may be a lover of like bunnies, and they're basically space bunnies, but that part of the quest line was too fucking long.
Yeah, I think if they balanced it out better, it might have been better. I think everything afterwards I really liked, but also like Garlemald and the moon were like, well, it could be better. Like Shadowbringers was better, air quote, but yeah,
It felt like Garlemald was too small.
kind of, yeah.
Like it took it from like, I thought Garlemald was going to be this luscious city built on Magitech and all that. It just turns out it's just really small and pretty much a
Shit.
shithole. So it's like, all right then.
I would have rather okay, how about this? This would have really twisted up the content formula a little bit. How about this? Instead of us getting 2 cities in the main expansion, because you always get like the main starting town and then you get the end game town. How about when the expansion launches, we only got 1 town, say, now I've forgotten the names of the towns. I'm going back to Stormblood in my head.
Well, you're going back to Stormblood.
I don't know why, because all I can think is Rauga's Reach.
You mean Endwalker?
Yeah,
Or-
Endwalker.
Yeah, Radzahan and Charlie.
Yeah, imagine
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
just got Radatan, and then later on, well, for Shadowbringers, I mean, because that was Shadowbringers, right?
Rathahan?
Rathahan?
No,
No, Garlemald was
Endwalker.
Shadowbringers. Garlemald was Shadowbringers we went to.
No, Garlemald
No,
was
Garlemald was
Endwalker. Where are we going?
But no,
Chili, are you
Radatan-
sure you're not drinking? Are you sure?
I
I know you
wish.
don't drink, but are you sure you're not on saying? You're
I
getting mixed
wish.
around.
I'm half. I don't know why I've been. Time to put Grandpa Chili to bed.
Yeah,
But no,
the 1.0 player,
Radatan-
he needs to go take a nap.
I thought you said you were a night owl.
I am, but I've been gathering for the last 2 hours, working on my relic off stream as well. So that
makes
doesn't
sense.
help. But no, imagine if they'd got rid of one of those and instead made it so that Garlemald became a main hub, like halfway, like in the 6.3 patch or something like that.
I think they're saving Garlemald for like the restoration. Kind
Yeah,
of
no,
that they
literally,
did
that's
with
what I'm
each god,
thinking.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that. It's like it's
It makes
a
sense.
shithole. It's been destroyed, and we literally had a quest line of it. They want to rebuild. They want to. Will we see them become part of the Erosian Alliance? Probably not.
I mean, aren't they technically kind of like they kind of helped us out at the end, right? Like they're
Yeah, they
kind
they're
helped
of
just
us
like,
trying to repay a debt. They're just trying to repay a debt. You know how the Lannisters always repay their debt? That's what they're doing.
okay, fair point.
We
okay.
helped them, and now they're helping us.
I mean,
That
we
was
slayed
Game of
gods. I'm
Thrones,
pretty
right?
sure we can convince them, right? Like we can be like, hey, work for us. You can be strong and great again. Oh my God, it's like Trump.
Well, the whole idea is they want their
Pull up again.
independence, and they're kind of getting that with Radzahan's trading, right? So, I think they'll probably just be independent, but an
Damn
ally.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not going to see much of them anymore until no, we need something to keep the player base. We'll do what we did last time. Let's get some crafting and gathering. Here we go. We will be in the city.
No, this time they will revive Xenos for the fucking 5th time, and then Garlemald will go into shitters again.
Found out Xenos just had a baby to put half his soul into that.
Oh my
no.
God, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Those cloners. We can't forget about those cloners. You just have to clone somewhere, like half his soul in.
There's always a way to bring a character back, no matter how ridiculous the reason would be.
I
You
don't
say
think
that,
they
but
will, right?
we still
'Cause
don't have Papalima back, or Paul's favorite.
I feel like Zero was meant to bridge the gap between not having Xenos because she was his void sent, and she kind
Yeah.
of talks about experiences with Xenos, and she's kind of like meant to ease the Xenos fanboys and fangirls, really, to like be like, yeah, he's dead, he's not coming back.
Yeah, it's over. Stop.
I was happy how they did the Moon Breeder stuff, where they showed off her parents and all that. I felt kind of relieved. Just like, oh well, at least they thought about her. Feels bad because I only saw her in Realm Reborn.
And I
I
love
never
that
liked her
side
character.
quest. Sorry, you were going to say something.
Who you talking to?
I thought I heard someone say something as you were saying something, Paul, and then I said something.
I know. Did one of you say something?
Oh, I just said, oh yeah, that's it.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to say, I admit I like the Papalimo side quest. Do you remember the did any of you do the side quest for that? That was adorable as well.
Honestly, if anything, I probably wouldn't remember it.
Aw. Yeah, his
mean,
dad was wanted
yeah.
a sandwich, and he'd have to go get him a sandwich, and he's like, "Oh, my son used to like this sandwich," and then starts talking about how proud of his son he was. And you're like,
That's
"Aw."
his Charlie, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a cute little quest. I think
Man,
it was a sandwich.
that turned real sad real fast.
Papa Limo.
Never forget. Never forget
Yeah,
Papalimo's
never forget
sacrifice.
Are we sure Chili isn't drunk? I wish.
I mean, my friend just got past that one, and he was like, "Why are they killing off all the ones I like? I like that little guy." And I was like, "Oh, dear sweet summer child, you do
Yeah,
not
wait
know."
till we get to Heaven's Ward. God damn.
No, he did Emma's Ward, and he was like, because it wasn't that Papa Limo died just before not Shadowbringer, Stormblood, right?
Oh right,
Yeah,
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 he
he
did.
did, yeah.
He
Yeah,
sacrificed
was actually-
himself there.
Yeah, just
True,
before
he was
Stormblood.
actually still there. Yeah.
And so he was like, "Why do they keep killing off these good characters?" And I went,
Wait
"These
till
characters,
Shadowbringers.
yeah, just you wait." But right now he went back to WoW, so he's playing like the new like WoW patch or something. And now they've got me doing it. By the way, I'm downloading WoW right now.
Which one? There's so many. There's like WoW Classic, WoW Hardcore Classic, WoW something, WoW Cataclysms. There's so many.
Cataclysms ain't even out yet. Calm yourself. Fucking Cataclysms. Oh man. No, he's playing the retail WoW now. Like he's been going on that, and now they've got me into it, which God save my soul.
Oh my god, everyone's going back to WoW now.
I mean, I'm only going back to mess around with them, and that's it. I have 3 raid teams on the go right now. I can't sacrifice any more time. Sacrifices are not meant.
Talking about going back, is anyone planning to make a character during the NA Cloud data center test that's coming up next week?
Honestly, no, because they haven't offered any incentive to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna like waste my time helping them test this shit if they ain't gonna give an incentive to do it. Like, there's not even free playtime. You know when they gave free playtime for like leveling a character to like level 30 on like one of the new servers? That would have been cool. But they didn't even do that. Like, there's literally no incentive to do it. And I'm
I think we're busy enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we're like busy enough doing like our own thing and creating content rather than
exactly right.
spending our time on something that we don't get anything in return for.
That is fair. I myself plan to make a character. I'm hoping to do Eureka from the start all the way through the whole of Eureka on the temporary server.
You are such a Eureka gremlin.
I've
it will be deleted, no?
Stuff like that. It will be, but it's like
it will be
fun
deleted.
Content to do, right? I've seen some people do like some deep dungeoners that want to clear all the deep dungeons solo during the test and stuff like that, which is really cool.
It's like a week.
Yeah, I know.
Where's the incentive to sleep? I know I've been playing Baldur's Gate for like 3 days straight, and I've only had about 4 hours sleep in between them.
I mean, don't blame you there. Baldur's Gate is great.
It's fucking amazing. I have like nearly 300 hours into it, and I'm on like 5 playthroughs, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
I think.
And then I look at the time; it's like 11 a.m. and I'm like, oh shit.
I think that game has like won so many awards now so far already, and we're not even at Game of the Year thing yet.
Yeah,
won
definitely
so
gonna
much.
win Game of the Year.
Yeah, for sure.
Bloody hope so.
It's actually funny because like if you go to the game show award thing, right, you can vote. If you go to every topic, you can at least see Baldur's Gate one time about anything. It's insane how often that game is mentioned.
But I gotta say that you will find that even if they get mentioned multiple times, if it wins Game of the Year, there's a huge chance it's not going to win the other awards, which is weird. But they kind of do that with the Game Awards, where like I'm expecting Starfield to win Best RPG. Just so they
no, Baldur's Gate beat it.
Did they actually get announced?
100%.
Yeah, Starfield and Baldur's Gate are both on the same category for Best
They are.
RPG. I'm just like, I don't see Starfield beating it.
Yeah,
I feel like Starfield's going to win it just because of the pity win.
No, if it wants a pity win, get it like, best shitty game, I don't know. Give it something like, I haven't played it yet. But,
but no, like
Tom Howard will just buy it.
He'll just buy
award.
Also remember though that a lot of people don't know this, but if you look into the actual video game awards, only 10% of the awards counted are the public. 90% is critic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, as I said, I expect Starfield probably to win that award just because that's the only award it's up for.
If it doesn't win, if Baldur's Gate doesn't win Best RPG, absolute rigged, and Starfield should be ashamed of winning it.
Well, no, because Baldur's Gate's up for Game of the Year. So I'm going to guess it's going to win that.
It should win all the awards. It's the best game that's come out.
I mean, in the Best RPG, like they're competing against Baldur's Gate 3 and Final Fantasy 16. So
I'd rather have Final Fantasy 16 to win it.
Yeah, 16.
I think 16 should be an action adventure more than RPG. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Isn't it like Devil May Cry with Final Fantasy Paint? Like,
Yeah.
I had that problem with 16 because like I felt like it had a very Devil May Cry play style to like it has a Devil May Cry gameplay, right? That already. But the way how they, especially in the beginning, presented the levels, it was just kind of like walk from A to B, and then like in a straight line. There was like no real world to explore. So, but that came like later into the game. But in the very
To be
beginning, I
fair,
felt like
To be fair, though, a lot of the older Final Fantasy games were very linear as well. People think they were open, but like even 7 was like
yeah,
it
7
becomes
was
open near
too.
the end. But
But
like, at the
I
start-
expected something like 15. Like 15
Yeah.
was pretty open, and 15 you could kind of
Yeah.
go wherever. But in 16 they kind of like for the at least the first few hours they led you through like one singular path, and I was like, what is there for me to do other than just follow a group of mobs that I can kill, and then I have one boss to fight, and that's it. So at first I was a little bit disappointed, but then later on, I haven't really finished the game yet, but like later on, throughout like the middle of the game, I think it got a bit more exciting because like there's like more maps that are bigger, so I could kind of like start exploring things. But then still, I didn't really do that because there wasn't really any incentive to explore. So I don't know, it felt a few things were missing in that game, but it was still a pretty good game in the end.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Baldur's Gate has like completely dulled my senses when it comes to like open games and like exploring.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, like every other game is just empty.
Yeah, I can't compare it to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is in a league of its own.
It's
my
ruined
opinion.
my gaming experience.
I think Baldur's Gate actually made me not be able to enjoy Starfield because it came out after, and I played Starfield, and I was just like, I just want to go back and play Baldur's Gate. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't played Starfield yet. I want to get it for like possibly Christmas and like play it. I have a playthrough of it, but I've
mean,
heard
it's
so
on
many
Game
bad
Pass.
things.
It's on Game Pass. Just get a Game Pass.
No,
Okay.
I still not
This,
give anything to Xbox.
This podcast is not sponsored by Xbox, by the way. Just as a
Nor is it sponsored by Sony or Square Enix. I will clear those up. But if they wanted to sponsor us,
me. Oh, or you want them to sponsor you?
yeah, Sony and Square.
Ah, I see.
But not
I see.
Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, 14's
I'll accept
coming to
anything.
Xbox,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah. Which I'm happy about. Oh, should we do the meme? Phil Spencer!
Oh.
Phil Spencer!
Yeah, I
Spencer.
swear to God, they hyped it up so much during the fan fest, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be something amazing!" And then fucking Phil Spencer comes out, and I was like, "That's it." Like,
I think
People-
it's pretty big.
it is pretty
Yeah,
big,
it's
but I
big,
felt like it was a little bit overhyped. Like I was like, I expected something else, but then I see Phil Spencer. Like people wanted the game on Xbox for a long time, so I don't blame
Behind
them
the
for like
scenes,
being
they've been
excited
working
about
on it for a while. Just a heads up. I think I started hearing murmurs about it in like 2021 that they were starting to work on making the deal for the Xbox version, and then it's been a back and forth between Microsoft and Square for a long time now. So
By the way, just a heads up. Like, Chili does this for a job, by the way. So he knows like the ins and outs. He's like secret
I don't know
meetings
all of
and
it,
stuff.
but
He's
I've
he's
heard
like
stuff.
in there. He's in there like in the
I'm
crowd
not
and
in
stuff.
there. No, but I have.
He's in.
I
He
heard
knows
stuff.
everything. He tells you
I
stuff.
don't
and
know
I'm like,
everything.
I don't know all the background details, but I did know it was in the talks for the longest time because I kept
Yeah.
seeing articles about it, being like, "Yeah, we want to bring it to Xbox," but
Yeah, because
they couldn't really specify.
Yeah. Well, the original reason why it was stopped was because the Xbox Gold rules. Because Microsoft originally, when Final Fantasy 14 first came out, wanted the game behind Xbox Gold, which meant you
Oh,
would have
yeah,
to
I
pay an
remember that.
online sub.
Yeah,
And also, they wanted it so that when you were playing online, that all chat from PlayStation players was disabled.
Wow.
it's so like,
God
that's so
damn.
toxic.
Yeah, they wanted it so that you could. They also wanted to make sure that the Microsoft players could make their own. They could be on their own server as well, so they were on their own, so they weren't with like PC or PlayStation players. They're like, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty bad.
What was
That
it?
was fucking
Sony
hilarious.
felt the same. The difference is Sony didn't say it to them. Sony might have said it internally, probably, but they didn't make it as a statement of why they didn't want the game on their system. There's a difference.
Like, I mean, the game's been running for 10 years, right? So it's like we've through that 10 years we've went through so much of this Sony and Xbox back and forth, not allowing cross-platform. We finally got to that place where they're okay with each other with cross-platform, and that's why I guess it's easier now that 14 is.
It's
also
always
gone to
the
Xbox.
it's always the pirate leader that doesn't want crossplay. Like during the PS3 era, Sony pushed for crossplay. Microsoft denied it, and then now that Microsoft is in the back, so so yeah.
Yeah, but fortunately now it's all good. I think. For the
Yeah,
most
it's like
For now.
asking
Yeah.
asking Nintendo for crossplay. That's also never gonna happen.
I couldn't care for Nintendo anyway.
I mean,
Nintendo
Wonder
crossplay
came
is-
on the
out.
Switch.
I mean, they
I
have
heard-
good games, but
Yeah, I heard
it's more
Wonder
of
was
their
pretty
own
good.
thing, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like,
I mean, yeah, Nintendo is like a monopoly in itself. Like,
yeah,
there's literally people that will just buy Nintendo systems just to play their titles. Like, that's the
I buy
one thing Nintendo will never give away.
yeah.
I buy Nintendo systems to play Pokemon. That's all Nintendo systems are for me. Is Pokemon machines.
Just Pokemon Machine.
I mean, they're pretty big
Not
IPs,
the
right?
games.
Like
Yeah.
Pokemon, Zelda, Mario. Like,
Yeah.
it's huge.
So
I have a
maybe
Switch and I
one day
haven't used it
14?
in years. What the fuck? No, it would never have 14. I mean, never say never. I
don't think it's powerful enough, right? Especially with the
Yeah.
graphics update coming. Like,
Well, they got the Switch 2 coming next year, supposedly. So
Oh my, the Switch too.
yeah,
Oh,
wasn't that meant to be like PS4, Xbox One power?
Yeah.
Which is still like, I mean, I'm hoping they eventually drop PS4 support for 14. To be honest, like not yet. Don't worry, PS4 players, not yet. But like, at some point,
this is a
Well, to
hot
be fair,
take
though,
right here.
That's
This is
to be
a
fair.
hot take.
PC right now is what's slowing 14 down on PlayStation. Until this update, until Dawn Trail, the PC specs were minimum requirements were like
They're low.
so
They're
low.
fucking low as shit.
Oh yeah, no, I get
Yeah.
that.
Oh
So
man, that's
PC
kind of
was
depressing.
the more than the PlayStation.
That's actually sad because when I used to try to play the game back on my old PC, that was absolute really, really like just dog shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't even run the game.
Yeah, I remember
Mm.
running this game at like 20 FPS.
Yeah.
Back when
Same.
you were younger and you couldn't really
Yes.
afford a PC and you just played
Yeah.
on like your parents' PC that was like terrible. And it was like, oh my god, I can't. I mean, at least I can play the game, but
But at what cost? Could barely
Just
do a
don't go
dungeon.
to Older or Limsa because it will set on fire.
yeah, basically.
This it's like the was it the
Which, by
like
the
the
way, if it
PlayStation 4 or
happens-
something, like trying to play Spider-Man just starts being like a revving engine.
I mean, I still
if
don't
it
know.
happens-
Like,
sorry.
no, it's okay. I feel like the game is still till this day not very well optimized. Like, I have a pretty
No.
decent PC, and if I try to like play more than 60 FPS, I will feel like there's a fucking airplane about to take off in my room because like my PC will start like getting really loud and my GPU is gonna get really hot, and I'm like, dude, you're literally like loading 5 polygons. How are you dying right now? Like, I was so confused. So I feel like that even now the game is not very well optimized in most cases, which I think if they might fix that, it could maybe make it more playable even for people with lower specs. And I hope that it will do that during like the graphical upgrade, because I think that's like one of the problems with at least with graphics, like
I mean, just blame the fact that it was okay. Remember that 14 is based on an engine of a game that never came out. Originally, I think they moved it over with 2.0, but the original coding was based on Final Fantasy Versus 13.
yeah, which turned out to be 15, but then like they
Yeah.
changed the engine anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also designed around the PS3, which was one of the worst designed pieces of hardware ever designed since the Saturn.
Yeah, I heard something about like it was extremely difficult to develop games for the PS3.
Yes,
I heard something
it was,
about that,
It was
yeah.
horrendous. For one thing, they decided that until someone came in and told them no, that's not a good idea. The original PS3 didn't have a GPU. It was going to have 2 CPUs.
Man, what the
Oh.
fuck was Sony smoking?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It wanted to have 2 CPUs to do the graphics. It thought that was the best new idea that they could come with. So they had to they had to like license a GPU like in the last year of development. So originally, and then it also only had 256 meg of RAM. Well, it had 512 meg of RAM, but split between 256 modules. And I think half of the second 3/4 of the second module was locked off to the OS. So it only had around 400 meg of RAM. No, 300 meg of RAM, I think it was. I think it was 330 meg of usable RAM because the rest was locked by the operating system.
Kind of funny.
So.
And sad.
Yeah. So 14 was designed around that, trying to get an MMO working on that. To be fair, though, 11 worked on the PS2, but still, everyone complained about PS2 limits in 11 as well. So it's a console thing when it comes to Final Fantasy games at this point.
And then they brought out the PS4 and it blew the Xbox out of the waters. Yeah, PS4 was insane. Like, I think PS4 was by far the most dominating console at the time. Like, the Xbox One compared to the PS4, like, the only thing that Xbox had to offer was TV. And PS4 was, like, a league of its own, I think. But then, like, I would say the generation before that, I would say the 360 was better than the PS3. Because, like,
I was a 360 player.
Yeah, same. I was like that raging COD kid.
Playing Halo 3, Halo DSD, Halo Reach.
Look, I'm
That's
old.
good times.
I've always been a Sony fanboy. I was a Sega fanboy before Sony, but I've always been a Sony fanboy. So
my disappointment's immeasurable, and my days were.
Actually, I feel I've got to be on a podcast with this guy every 2 weeks.
Yeah. When we're back,
I can't say anything because I play on my PlayStation now. So
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Only because the NBA community is a little bit better, you know. That's the only reason.
I never really played like sports games on the console in general. I think the best thing I played was probably like FIFA, but then like it's the same game every year.
Yeah, pretty much. Just with new players.
I'm just surprised that EA can keep getting away with like releasing the same fucking game every single year, and they're like, oh, we're gonna just move some players around and we'll make the hair a little bit crispier. There you go, $60.
That's it, job done. Put a sticker on it. New game.
it's like the fucking iPhone at this point. Like, it's the same.
You know what iPhone we on now? The iPhone 17 or some shit like that.
We're on the 15.
Oh, it's close. Yeah. Shit, I didn't even know that.
I have to know because like I have to use my iPhone for like VTubing, right? So like I don't have
really.
I use like the oldest iPhone with tracking. That was what I did. I just bought an iPhone off eBay.
Oh yeah, like I think the oldest one with tracking is like the iPhone 10
X or something. Oh
yeah,
I don't know what this
10.
Is.
Yeah, well X10. I mean, it's the same. Yeah.
Is that how VTubers do it? They don't use like a camera or anything. They
I mean, camera used to be really bad.
Yeah.
But now there's RTX tracking, so it's not so bad, but it's still not as good as an iPhone. Like iPhone has the best tracking. So
yeah, Face ID is incredibly good. And if anyone would start VTubing, if you can start with a webcam.
Hell no, that's way too much fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, if you because like you don't have to, you even have to consider getting a model first. Like I'm a broke ass bitch, so I'm like using a free model right now. But like I had to like get money in order to like actually get myself a model, and those things are like really expensive.
Yeah, I've talked with like a bunch of like friends that are like VTubers, like they spend like 2K to like 10K. I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? I like 2 to 10K. I could buy me a whole fucking. I could live on that for a year.
You can buy a car from that.
I could buy the car and live in the car.
Yeah.
Like,
I think mine was around 2K. Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, well, that's not wrong because like the new one that I'm currently working on, that's currently being made, is also around 2K. So like,
yeah,
if you want a decent model, you should kind of look out for at least spending around like 2K.
You're gonna have to spend money to make money. In other words, to look how you want. I'm sticking to the PNG. I'm a decent PNG. Do you know how much a PNG cost?
like 50
Tenner.
bucks.
$50.
Job done. 10 quid.
Okay.
I mean, the
10
thing is, like,
quid.
the thing is,
Easy.
like, every single VTuber that gets into VTubing or they're like a bigger VTuber, everyone will tell you to not be a dumbass and spend like 2K on a VTuber before even starting to stream.
Well,
Like,
I'd say that for anything, to be honest. Like, if you're starting
Yeah.
podcasting, if you're starting streaming, like, get some decentish equipment, of course. Like, don't just be like, go in with like a staticky mic, unless that's like the theme of your podcast for some reason.
A static podcast. And they want you to be in a fucking bunker. That's the aim of it. That's the immersion. You're in a bunker making a podcast. You're underground.
Look,
Like-
it's a podcast. I'm sure it exists somewhere. There's the static show, and they're like, "Oh my god, they gave us a shout out." But
It's like I wouldn't want to
invest
get
in
into
some
VTubing.
decentish equipment, but don't break the bank because you got to get a viewer base beforehand.
Like
yeah,
I think that people that do VTubing, I 100% respect them in the sense that they have different models, the money they put into it, and like they have like a different personality. Like the VTuber has to have like a different personality and shit.
Not every VTuber.
I can do that. I'm
I
fucking
don't do
cranky as shit. I am the most crankiest man.
do you
Ever
mean
known.
do you mean like when it comes to personality, do you mean like role playing personality?
Yeah, I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of them that have that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not every VTuber does that. Like I don't do
Thank
that.
God.
Like I'm
Same.
just
Thank
me.
God.
Yeah.
Thank God. You're getting a follow. There you go. Job done.
What the the thing is, like, it's kind of like a standard in like VTubing to like that was kind of built from like I guess the beginning of VTubing where they would like kind of portray an idol kind of vibe, which was the entire purpose of it. But over time, you can notice even the ones like in bigger companies, you know, they start up trying to role play into an act as the character, air quote. But then even them over time will slowly, you know, go back to like their actual personality because like no one can keep up an act like all the time. And I mean I respect those that can, but I think like at least 99% of the people they can't. And then you can realize that like most of the VTubers they have a whole different personality now than they used to have in the beginning because they are expected to roleplay the character, but then the companies are like, well, they're still doing good even though they're not being the character, so they don't really care. But like majority of VTubers nowadays, at least the bigger ones that you see, I don't know, like Shy Lily, Cinder, you know, those ones, they at least they come over as if they are the real personality, you know, like that's how they are in real life as well. Because it's just hard to keep up an act. But the ones that do roleplay, I mean, sure, go for it, but it's tough. It's tough. So
I hope I'm saying this right. VT said, I believe I paid 450 for my model, art and rig. So it's it's 450 is pretty good. I think that's a pretty good deal. I mean, as we all know, I spent like half that just going to get a Wendy's. So you know, I'm not good with money.
I'm not good with money no more. Now I've got my debit card and account cards fixed. I now have an addiction of Warhammer, so I'm a big addicted to Warhammer now. So it is unhealthy. It's my nan was like, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas? Do you want money for like a car or stuff?" And I went, "Yeah, car."
Yeah, the car made by
by
orcs.
You mean the Battle Sisters, right? So I respect people that go into YouTube and put the money into it, put the effort into it. 100%, good for you. I would never do that. I wouldn't do that. It's too much money.
it's pretty expensive, yeah.
It's too much money. Says the guy who's buying Warhammer. That costs a lot more.
I mean, it is that though, right? Like Warhammer is a hobby, so is VTubing. Like VTubing is a hobby.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy it, that you're willing to put that money into it, that's you know, I think that's justifiable, right? Even if you're not going to get that money back. Some people will get the money back, of course, but you know, some
if
people
they pop off, you know.
Yeah, but some people will just enjoy it, you know. Just...
I mean, talking about popping off, I feel like you have been popping off pretty hard. like I think ever since you went full time, I don't know, like usually I would watch your streams and you would have about like maybe like 20 to 30, and now you're like sitting around 60. That's huge. That's like
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a good grind, dude. Not in a sexual way.
You guys making me blush.
A good cry.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
in
not
a
sexual, though.
way.
You didn't have to add the sexual part.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's admirable because like everyone knows like how hard it is to get
To grow.
viewers on to get viewers on Twitch.
No, get your mind out the gutter, man. God damn.
You're asking the wrong person. Have you seen my channel?
Yes, I was flicking through it while I was in Breaking Raid.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, your
Luckily, I
content's
didn't have
also
the speakers
popping off, Faye, so you know.
for
you
some
know.
reason,
I'd say we're both
yeah.
doing good for ourselves.
Yeah,
you know?
I think we're like this is our like popping off arc. I don't know what's happening. But,
Popping
like,
off.
Look, we're still in November, everyone. We should stop doing this circle jerk.
I'm sorry. The thing is, like, I've been trying to get people to fail November for a really long time. I'm the menace.
Please don't.
I-
Please don't actually participate in it.
I just think internet is so ridiculous. Why the fuck would you put yourself through that? Like, and then people's like, "Oh, but it's like discipline," and I'm like, you know what's discipline? If you go to the gym like for a whole year, that's discipline. Like, I think like not wanking your meat for like a month doesn't mean it doesn't mean shit.
No.
I think it's just yeah, just a
Stay
fun
strong,
little
brothers.
activity,
Stay
you know.
strong.
Do
Stay
it
strong.
Give up.
do it for your prostate. It says hi.
Nah, I mean, jokes aside, if people want to do it, they can do it. I'm not gonna like judge people for it. Personally, I would be like, I mean, some days you're just stressed, you know. Let me put it that
Some
way.
days you just stress, you look on Twitter and you just see,
Exactly.
oh.
Yeah. It looks like
God damn.
Mood is trending again.
Oh my
It's
god.
always trending.
Yeah.
It trends a lot. It really does.
Stay strong,
Hey,
boys.
those trends are catered towards the user, you know. I'm
okay.
just saying.
The algorithm knows. Don't try to hide from it.
Thanks, science. Well, why is Graha trending now then?
Oh, that's just a lot.
Exactly. Why isn't he trending?
Yeah. I mean, Ra's cute, I guess, and kind of hot. No homo.
Nah, all homo.
I mean, Graha's adorable.
I mean, Graha's kind of like the lost puppy character, you know?
Yeah.
He is just
He is
always
lost.
there. You know, he's like the kind of guy that would grab you your shirt and be like, "Can we go for a hamburger?" You know, it's like, dude, sure,
Yes.
of course.
It's funny as fuck 'cause he's like 300 plus years old, but you know.
Hey, man.
And
Don't,
he's probably the
no
most
shame.
childlike character.
Hey, I'm not
like-
shaming. Dude, you'd think he'd be a bit wise, you know.
Yeah.
if
Well,
I
he
live for
did
300
get the
I'd be wise as
knowledge.
shit.
I mean, he did get the knowledge from like the other one, right? So like,
Yeah, no, he's super knowledgeable. It's
Yeah.
just
but
very
he's just
childlike.
like, yeah.
But he chooses to be dumb, you know?
I mean, I don't know,
I'd rather be dumb than
like
super
Graha.
smart.
Graha's a fun character.
I think
Oh, it's fine.
Graha's.
It's
I
Swings
don't
it
think
though.
I don't think it's the fact that he chooses to be dumb. I think it's the fact that he's such a fanboy of the character that you get of you
Yeah.
that he gets nervous and then acts dumb because of the fact he's he's around someone
Yeah.
he admires. So
I think
he gets-
Graha's one of those characters that appear like cutesy and kind of like dumb, but once shit goes down, he will be like one of the most powerful characters that like fucking summons a meteor down or something like that. Like that's the kind of vibe he gives me. Like once shit gets serious, he will be like one of the most powerful science out there for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, the
And
guy can do
Tataru.
anything, right?
Yeah.
Tataru is
Like a
also
tank,
one of the
heal,
most powerful
DPS.
scions.
I mean, he can summon people between shards. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Like, we can't even do that technically. So, like, that is already quite a power to have.
I
I
mean,
just
to
want
be
my
fair,
guy
didn't he
to-
spend like years in the Crystal Tower learning that?
Yeah.
Like he spent like a long time.
So, you
And
know,
that's
that's
the thing, like-
dedication. That's,
Yeah.
you know,
And then knowledge is brought over to our Graha, so he can technically do that too.
see,
So-
be like Graha, learn something good and just whack your meat, you know?
Oh, that's
You want discipline, do what Graha did.
No, please don't do that at the same time.
oh my god. Oh my god.
May the shards come together.
That reminds me of that clip that I once saw where like this Asian kid was like doing the thing, and then his dad walked in on him, and then he threw a math book on the table, and then it looked like that he was like doing the thing to the math, and that was like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
good. Yeah. that reminded me. It's like, oh my
Well,
god.
I was going to bring this up earlier when we were talking about iPhones. And the Paul can remember which number it is. Anyone watch that YouTuber that uploads the same video every year where he just dubs over the previous video with the new number?
No, but I think that's kind of silly. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
he's like iPhone 15 is out now, and then it goes. It has a camera.
Amazing.
That's insane.
Yeah, he just dubs over But the thing is though, because he dubs over the same video footage, the video is just getting worse and worse quality because of it. He keeps re-recording over it. So.
That's dedication. I can tell you that. It's like the same. It's the same thing if someone messages you for 365 days in a row, or they will message you like every day until you answer them or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
That's a respect and dedication, rather.
If someone started messaging
creepy,
me for 365 days, they wouldn't have got that far because I would have blocked them around 120. Because I would have
At least you gave him 120. I'm just saying, you gave him 120 days.
I would have just kept it going because I would be like, how far is this person's dedication for me to
see
answer?
how far it goes.
Yeah. I would just want to see how far they're willing to go for this. And I think once they reach 1,000 days, I might say hi.
Yeah, I might. I'm a might.
I'll consider it when it happens.
Oh,
What a day.
yeah, what a day.
I mean, I'd get scared if people started messaging me because I'm not used to that. I don't like when people message me.
I usually don't like messaging people, not because like I'm like socially awkward or something like that, but I feel like sometimes I have this with creators though. I think with other people that are not like creators, I don't really have that because like I know what it is like to be a creator and like maybe they're busy, maybe they're doing things, and I feel like I don't really want to bother them. So like I don't really want to like always reach out to them because like I feel like I would be bothering them. Or
I'm the same. Anytime I invite someone to a podcast, I'm like, oh god, what if they're actually busy this day? What if we need to be at this time? What if they suddenly have plans?
Yeah, that's why like I have a hard time asking people for like collabs and stuff because like I would be like, I don't know if I should reach out to them or not. Maybe they're busy. I had the same problem. Like I think I asked Azurite at some point for a collab, and I wanted to ask him. I did.
Get fucked.
Did you? I did, but it took me so long to ask.
It's this Azurite, right? Could be another Azurite.
Yeah, it's this one. The one in the Aura Master Race. I mean, what can I say? How can I not ask? But you have no idea. It took me like I think it took me like 2 months to be like, fuck it, I'll just message him. But like it took me so long. Because I can't for the love of me ask a favor. Because I feel like asking for a collab is also the same as like asking for a favor, I guess, more or less. I don't like asking favors either. Like if I would go up to someone and be like, "Yo, can you do something for me?" I cannot do that. I would be like, I
also can't do that. I can't ask people. I can't ask people to help. I can never ask for help. I'm fucking terrible with it.
Same.
Yeah, I could ask for help. No.
Even though we know it's okay.
All you have to do is ask. All you got to do is ask for it. And I'm like, I know. I still want to. I always do the thing. I didn't want to burden you with it. It's fine. I got this on my own. They're like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel.
Or they call me like the hard R word, which I probably won't say here.
Oh my goodness.
But
most of the time, for a fact, even if it's people that you're close to, that they are probably fine with it. But then still, like in your head, it's like, but what if, And then what if try not to?
Yeah, it's like I've always wanted to do a collab. I've never done a collab with anyone other than on the podcast. But Chili does all that. Chili asks people like, no, I didn't know. Yeah, you guys didn't ask me if you wanted to be. You asked Chili because Chili put it out there. I didn't.
I mean, I asked on Twitter, then I found Riley, and then you both responded, and then I'm like, oh god, they're trying to I think that's what happened, right?
So
yeah.
Did he actually put in like the actual chat message?
No.
If he did that, great.
I should have.
I think Azure was the first one who responded, and I actually saw the tweet because of him, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll double down.
throw your hat in there.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
See, we have everyone and anyone on. We are. I was going to say multicultural, but yeah, we want other people's to come in and give us their culture. It sounds
We just want
wrong.
people to
but
come in and have fun.
content
and talk with
create
us and
culture.
enjoy. Right?
You know?
Yeah, I mean, culture has many meanings, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, we're both VTubers technically, but like,
Yes.
yeah.
we both do. I mean, we created both FF content, and Azurite is more in the educational guide videos. Whereas I was usually, if I made Final Fantasy 14 videos, I'd be like the satire, YouTuber. I would never make serious videos. In fact, if I wanted to make like a drama video about Endwalker, I would say something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, I fucking hate Endwalker, so we're not gonna talk about it in this video." And then I would make a video like talking about Dawn Trail, and I'd be like saying things I'm excited for, Like I would never take things seriously, and like I think what Azurite does is like significantly harder because like the guide market is, I wouldn't say oversaturated, but there's a lot of different like
There's a shit ton of different ones. When you,
Oh, you
Yeah.
say that.
I've gone
you
into
say
like
there's
different raid groups, and they're like, oh, we're doing this strat from this guide. Oh no, we're
Yeah.
doing this one from this guide. Oh no, we're
Yeah.
using this guy's guide. And I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, there's so many like guide YouTubers out there, especially for 14 and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. When I saw Azurite for the first time, I'm like, he's going into a difficult market, but he's pulling through, and I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. Like,
I mean, I've
going into
changed my guide content to be a bit more on the entertainment side as well, right? Like, I used to
Yeah,
just
I've seen that.
give it
Yeah.
like dry. It was just the info. There was no jokes. But now I'm a bit more unhinged.
I
No, you
have
talk
seen-
about guide content and people not knowing what the guides are, but I still remember when Mr. Happy tweeted out someone complaining about him not doing the strat properly when they were doing the Happy strat. I'm like,
Yeah.
I made this strat. It's my name.
Yeah,
Like, no,
this
you're not doing
actually-
it right. I'm like, oh, okay.
This actually happened with me and Renon as well. Renon makes he made like a lot of the strats for the current raid tier, and I cleared the raid tier with him in Pathfinder, by the way, like not first time. He already cleared it, and we did everything he did. And then when me and my friend went into Pathfinder, we joined Pathfinders that did the Renon strat. So we were like, oh right, they'll just do everything we did with Renon, but it wasn't that. It was other things, and we were like, Jesus, these guys like. Renon doesn't even do Renon anymore. So yeah, it's kind of similar, but yeah.
I think the one I've seen most of, the one I use is was it Junbob?
Oh yeah.
So I like people like using like I don't look up people like to get guides. My either the raid leader will, and I'll just follow it and hope for the best. But no, I watched your I watched a little bit of your Palace of the Dead while I was currently raiding a couple of hours ago.
Oh yes, that was more of
Yeah.
a opinionated video because I do those as well.
we
mean,
do love opinionated videos here.
Yeah, they do well.
You mean
I-
drama videos?
Drama videos, yes.
I mean,
no,
that's-
it wasn't drama in any form.
I sit there and watch them whilst I'm like eating dinner, like at a part of my stream. I'll sit there, eat my dinner, like, oh, drama video, just to stick that up whilst eating food.
I mean, I think that's like one of the reasons why I think making content, especially on YouTube for 14, low-key kind of nightmare. Not gonna lie, if I would be Yoshi P, I'd be like nightmare, because like 14 content is kind of like hard to make when it comes to anything other than what's already on the market. If you like try to stray away from it, people are not gonna really watch it, I feel like. But also at the same time, like, I don't know, I guess we can talk numbers for a second, because I normally don't mention numbers, but for example, I made a video that was called my Black Mage video. So you want to play Black Mage. It was low-key it was a guide, but it was a joke.
I
you know,
enjoyed
like-
that.
Yeah, see, like,
I thought it was
people
good.
like, yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. I put a lot of time into that video, and I kind of like made it like haha funny. But like, for example, it had like 12,000 views and like 400 likes, which is pretty decent, I would say. But then if you compare it to my special content, you would have like something around like I would say, let's say the same number, like 13,000 views and it would have over 1,400 likes. And those likes, in the end, they kind of matter a bit when it comes to like searchability. Of course, the most important thing on YouTube is like watch time and click-through rate. But like likes, you know, how many times do people interact with your video also boosts the video. So
And comments.
I feel like
Comments help a lot too.
yeah, comments too, right? And then people would come in and then watch for like 30 seconds and leave.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
like-
That's a view, right? So
Yeah, that's a
people do
view.
that.
And then like, but they wouldn't interact with it. So then your video eventually would just die out. And I feel like unless you're making like some drama content, and then people are like, "Oh my god, I love this! I'm gonna watch
yes, the
this shit."
tea.
Like, I can't.
This
wait
is the
for it.
thing. Like, 14 community eats that shit up as well.
Yeah, like it's crazy. They
I
I think
am-
every community eats up their own drama with their own
This
game.
is true, but I'm like genuinely surprised there isn't like a YouTuber out there who has just dedicated themselves to
Oh my God.
just making drama content.
We
Because
should-
I
we
think
should-
there's a huge market for that, but you're going to get so much hate.
we should make a Final Fantasy 14 drama alert. There we go. That's the best. No, but
It's-
like,
Could you
It's-
handle that? Like,
Could you handle the
you know,
hate? Could you handle the heat?
It would. I think it would be like a news channel. Like you just let people know what's going on in FF. But the thing is, like, I feel like when it comes to FF14, people usually complain that there's like drama, but at the same time, the same people are the ones that eat up that drama. You know, they're the ones
Exactly, right.
watching that video, and you're the one sharing that drama with others, which also prompts them to watch it. And then they get excited about it because like, oh shit, there's actually something, you know, going on. And then they will watch more of it. And drama videos do like I have seen multiple like look at like Zepla and like Zeno and all the other ones like Kogon, that like obviously Kogon's video is kind of like a bit more satirical, of course. Like it wasn't a full on drama video, but you know, they followed the line of drama, and
yeah.
it got a fuck ton of views because like people love that shit apparently, you know. And it also enables opinions because people are gonna like type in the comments, oh, I don't think that this is true, and you know, they will start like typing shit. So like that kind of content, I mean, no shade to them at all, like it's just a content creator thing, but that shit like gets a lot of views, and you know, and then people also complain at the same time, like they're like, oh, why don't you make other content? And they're like, well, they do, you just don't fucking watch it. So,
Yeah,
like-
exactly, right.
By the way,
That's the
I
thing.
love this comment from Apheria, by the way. Final Fantasy 14, as in T.
I actually love Q's one. Because there is a guy on TikTok that does like this week in VTubing. I have come across it on shorts as well, on the YouTube
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
I would like to see like this week in the Final Fantasy 14 community. That I think could be cool because you could have it with like good stuff and bad stuff at the same time.
I'm surprised no one's done it. Like
I'm
last week it was you know the Fall Guys net coding stuff. I mean, that was this week even. Like, who knows what the fuck's gonna be next week?
That
You know,
Fool's
Something's
Guy
probably
thing's
gonna
going to be
happen.
around until like December.
I mean, isn't that kind
Nah,
of
but,
like,
like-
your
Sorry,
field
go
though? Oh, that's okay. Like, isn't that kind
What
of
field?
like your, oh wow, the like no the like Azurite usually collects a lot of news, right? Like you know a lot of things that happened in the game. I think it wouldn't be
but-
that bad for you to make like a short format like this week because you
Unless
wouldn't
want
get
the heat.
no because no the thing is like you wouldn't get hate for it because all you do is report it. Like you're not gonna give your opinion on it. You're just gonna say like this is what happened, and I'm sure
It's
people.
the
would love to
14
see that,
community, you're
but,
going to
like-
get hate for it. You're reporting it, you're going to get hate for it.
I don't know. I feel like that hate would be a little bit like misguided or like misdirected then, because like if he would just like report on it, it's not really his fault. He's just telling people what's going on.
Yeah, it's just you know I don't know, man.
He's got other stuff, you know. He's got other stuff.
It's an
Apparently
idea.
not replying to your collabs, you know. He's got
Yeah.
other things to do. Yeah.
God damn it! No, the thing is like I think it's no, like it's because we don't know what to do. Because like it is very
Both become pizza delivery guys and go across the roads. Yeah, make it like a who gets the most pizzas delivered. I don't know.
Oh my god, that's like a game show kind of deal.
Yeah, there you go. Job done. See, I'm great at this. I won't put it into actions, but you know, that'd be great. See, a lot of great ideas you could have.
That's easy.
Yeah,
How much gil can I make in 24 hours?
as a pizza delivery guy.
I will
Oh,
lose.
boy.
That's definitely good ideas you can make as well
Wait,
with,
actually,
with 14 content.
Well, what's good?
like what
Like,
I
you know that. Sorry, you know, like that. I start with a penny and I've got to make as much money as I can. I start with one gil and see if I can trade upwards to see what I can end up with after so many hours.
Oh my god.
I think
That'd be good.
I think the spiffing Brit did that actually with this game. He was like,
Did they? Nice.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
he
trying
made
to
a
abuse the market, yeah.
yeah, and he started with like barely any gil, I think, and yeah, that's kind of what he did. But like a good thing to do as well was if you do want to make content on 14, look at like other games and look at what content they're doing and kind of like transfer that into 14. Like for me,
Yeah.
reading reviews for 14 on Google reviews was from another YouTuber who did it on an entirely different game, and that video did pretty decent. Well, okay, it was just it was an easy video to make as well. So it's definitely something I feel a lot of people don't do. Just like look at other ideas for what people are doing.
It's yeah, I think that's kind of the thing with YouTube. You kind of look at what other people do and you kind of take that and put your own twist on it, you know? So then it kind of becomes more unique. Like you're not copying their shit, but you are just taking their format and taking people's formats that's been in television for years. Like there's like literally technically the same idea, just there's a twist on it and it would become a whole new thing. And that's how like formats evolve. So yeah. I don't know. It depends.
Sorry, I saw the comment in the chat. How much skill can I make in 24 hours in 14 without going to a private mansion? And I was like,
I think we should make that rule because we both have aura characters.
I mean, I've made gil randomly. Just see, I've never made gil normally. Most of the gil I've ever made in accounts is by random happenstance, and it's great. My Ultros character, I got 30 million gil because I found out someone was leaving the game and shouting out they were giving away their gil. And I didn't even know that I saw that because I zoned in after they shouted and I just walked past them and then they gave me money. They're like, "Oh, I'm leaving." I'm like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "It's okay." I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then our friend Vegan Pete was like wanting to reset their character because they wanted to like make their guild back because they had their crafters and gatherers up, so they wanted to make their guild back. So they were spinning a wheel on stream, and if your name landed on it, you got 1 million gil. So I ended up getting gil from that as well. So my gil is just random happenstance that I walk into.
I mean,
everyone who knows me in game knows that I have 0 gil. I used to quick sell glamours to repair for raid.
That's actually not that bad.
It is, but it was really good glams, and now I'm upset because I have to get farming again.
I just go to Belmont and take my clothes off.
What was your name? We might have seen you. That's where Chili's Gill went. Damn.
Yeah, that's where my money goes. I mean, as a Lalafell, I don't do anything like that. I'm an innocent good boy.
I don't think you should.
He's also like evil as well. You have to remember, all Lalafells are evil, according to story.
No, I'm not evil.
Lalafells are like the description of the fat cat minion. Or the mount. Like it's born from pure evil.
Dead inside? Oh.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know what the description is exactly, but it's pretty fucking dark.
It's like a bloated cat corpse or something, right?
Yeah. It's like the new hamster, right? That is technically not alive, right? It's the tail that's alive.
Yes.
That possesses the
hamster. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Like I've been wanting to do my videos of so I do a small thing on. I used to do a small thing where I go to people's houses and like kind of like rate them and look at like the housing and stuff. It was pretty fun, but I don't know how to edit, so it was just all from stream, and I just upload it for the stream. Because I'm small IQ brain and not very good, but I like doing that. I like also like looking at people's glams, and I just never done it. But I used to go around limbs there and like look at people's glams, and I'd give them a nice little cute comment of like, "Yo, your glams are actually really cool. Hope you have a good day." I should do that around limbs there. But I was at a Lalafell at the time because stream got enough points to make me a Lalafell for a month. There's something about I can talk to people as a Lalafell, but can't talk to people as a bunny boy. What's up with that? I don't know.
guess being a bun boy just makes you sub.
Apparently so. Feels bad. I knew I was a bottom this entire time. I was just in there.
I
Feels
mean,
bad.
um,
So does that make if you're a Lalafell, you're actually like a top?
yes,
Okay.
You just have
I
to bring
mean,
a
the thing
step
is-
stool every time.
yeah. I mean, that reminds me of like how people lost their shit over like the fucking Lalafell chair.
Oh, I
Oh,
hate
no.
that chair so much. I
Ah.
hated that chair. Like
People
to be fair though, I complained like on the episode, and that's as far as I went. Like, I hated it, but I don't see why everyone brought it up so much. Like, it was annoying as a Lalafell. I don't like it. Like, mainly because, yeah, fine. If they wanted to add that, that's okay. That's cool. But can we also get the Dwarven stuff as well? Like, that would have been more fitting for me. Like, all of it's in the game already. Just sell us it. It's there. Just sell us it. You've already made the assets. Just sell
I've
us
actually
that,
never
please.
seen the Dwarven caves in Shadowbringers. I've never
Neither
gone
have
inside.
I.
I was never a Lalafell, so I could never go inside there.
Even as a Lalafell, I completely forgot about going to that place. It just bypassed my brain.
They've got like little cute sink down beds, books, tables, chairs, a lamp for some reason, a street lamp for some reason inside the house. I don't know why they decided to
Watch
have that
on
inside the
YouTube.
house.
Yeah, you can't watch it on YouTube. That's true.
Yeah.
I think I watched it at some point, but I kind of forgot.
But like, I would rather have them just like sold that, even though it's already made, than that stupid chair.
Yeah, I
And
saw.
then you have someone else in chat is like, I really like that chair.
Yeah,
It's
like-
that chair was good.
A lot of
It's
people
like-
liked the chair, and a lot of people hated the chair. I think it was kind of like a mixed response from people.
I don't think I hate it. I just dislike it.
That's still hate.
No, it's not.
That's still hate. If you dislike something, you still hate it then. Because
A
you
lot of
dislike it.
people, I guess a
Dislike
lot
is
of
just
people
another
were
word for
like-
hate.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, well, it's pretty. Well, it's yeah, it depends. It depends.
Like-
How much do you dislike it? Like, this is like from
I
1 to
won't
10.
complain
like,
if someone like I wouldn't buy it for my house, but I understand why someone else would, because I can understand why someone might like it, but I don't want it for what I own.
Oh, yeah, because you have that, like, sex hotel.
Yeah.
What?
Look,
You
Don't-
you what?
I love hotel. Chili's Love Hotel.
Oh, sorry, it's a love hotel. My bad. Sorry.
That sex hotel is kind of the same thing.
I know.
Except for none of that actually happens in it. Okay. Sponsored by Sausage McContent.
Yes, good old Sausage McContent, your RP character.
Yeah.
Sells these meats across Balmont. And not those type of meats.
Yeah. Sausage. I still can't believe I got away with Sausage McContent as a Lalafell on Belmont.
Chili. I literally have a character called Lovable Boobable. How am I still existing? I do not know.
I still remember when you were panicking when we were doing the Fall Guys event when you won and it was on stream and you were worried that people would be like, Lovable Boobable has won the Fall Guys event.
It's a worrying time when you have names like that. It's a good name, okay? It has RP elements. It's called the Big Bi Boob of the Boob Clan. Of the Boobable Clan.
I think
Yeah.
like
They're all tavern owners.
I think what was an interesting topic is when you were talking also about like going around on stream and raiding people's houses.
Yeah.
I did like a pretty similar thing. I did houses once, but you know, houses are actually a pain in the ass because people send the wrong address or they don't send the server or they don't send like where they're at exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just walking around like an idiot, eventually ending up in a random sex dungeon or some shit, which I'm like, this is not even this person's house.
I mean, I would still rate it. I don't know who that person was, but I would sit there and rate. I've gone in other random people's houses like, oh, this house looks
Oh,
interesting.
yeah, but the thing is, like, I would usually like do wall reviews, and I would like ask people for their character, and then review them on stream. But the thing is, like, it did very good in the start, but it's kind of like one of these things that just fall off, and also. It's kind of like one of those things where people will just join your stream just to wait until it's their turn, and then they will just fuck off.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll do
that would be the most attention I have on stream.
It's
literally.
Yeah.
it's the same like VTuber smash and pass. Like people
Yeah.
literally wait until they're VTuber. Once you've done that, they'll be gone.
they'll be gone. Yeah, that's why I don't really like doing that content that much anymore because like it's just like yeah, you might you know, as a creator, I guess sometimes I would deliberately stall to keep people around. I know it's terrible. No, but like
Falling.
otherwise people would just leave, you know? Like if you go over like really fast, people your viewer count would go from like I don't know, like 100 people to like 30 in literally 10 seconds. So like
But that can
that
also be
format,
Twitch, where you're like, you've got 10, and then you've got 2, and then you've got 12, and then you got 2. You're like, what do I have? I'm confused.
sometimes it's pretty consistent. Like in my recent
Yeah,
streams, it
sometimes.
has been really consistent. But when I did the wolf thing, it has been extremely inconsistent due to the fact that like people just leave, which I can understand. Like I don't blame them for it. Like I'm not blaming them for it, but it makes it kind of like it kind of sucks to stream that because like you just see like people decreasing over time. Usually I hide my viewer numbers to be honest, but
I always hide my.
yeah,
I don't even know how many people are here right now, so
yeah,
mine's off.
Yes, sometimes I turn it off, but if I feel extra masochistic that day, I will turn it on. And then
Yeah,
like
I'm the same
I would
way.
just,
I'm like normally have it off, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, people are talking. How many do I actually have?
Oh, I
Yeah.
already know that people just don't come into my streams. One, it's on the weekend. People do stuff on the weekend. Two, there's better people out there. All I do is sit there, raid, and I do a bit of Fall Guys. And then I go play another game, and I know it's going to fall off. It's Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk's one of my favourite games. So I'm like, you know,
Go back
I
to
live my
the
life.
Game Awards. I don't think Cyberpunk deserves to win Best Ongoing Game. That's not an
Fuck
ongoing
off,
game.
man. Best ongoing game.
Cyberpunk isn't really even an ongoing game. I feel
No.
like because
No, no,
You
no.
got a
game.
patch. Well done.
Like,
Congratulations.
Got an expansion. Thank you very much.
It's ongoing if you plan to keep doing content, but they've literally said no. We're doing
No,
this
they're working on number 2.
and yeah, we're working on Witcher 4 and the next Cyberpunk.
and
So it's
Cyberpunk
like,
too, yeah.
I think
it's not
weird that they
ongoing.
would-
It
I
should
think
win
it's
best
weird.
expansion. I would give it that because it is probably one of the best expansions. Best overhaul.
It did. I think it did have like something. Like it did have an award for something, but not ongoing entirely. I'm not entirely sure, but
It's
yeah,
got best
I think
community
that was, like,
support, which I
sporadic.
could agree with. It's pretty good community. They've done a lot for the community.
Yeah, I was shy.
Talk about community support in 14. That's been
Yeah,
great
where's that?
That's been
Where's
great
that?
this year.
Ah,
Yeah. I don't know if they mean community support as in like we as a community are supporting other players or they
No.
are supporting the
I
community.
think they mean like
This is-
community managers and stuff like that, and their interaction with the community, which for 14 isn't the
Pretty
best because I think it's so back and forth. Like the community community manager has to go to a translator, has to get all that translated, and then that gets to the devs, right? So it's so
Well,
much.
yeah,
Yeah, but
like-
we have different ones though. We got EU, we got
Well, yeah, but
NA,
what I
and
mean is like I think
still have
it's
to be.
specified that the reward is how much feedback is getting sent back to the developers because that's at the end of the day what community.
well, apparently not a
Yeah.
lot. We still got this netcode issue with Fall Guys.
Yeah, but that's never going to be fixed.
I just want them to add chat bubbles.
I just want them to add hats for Vieira's, but you see that not fucking happening. So I say it shouldn't win best community.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it was better during Shadowbringers. I think Endwalker has kind of fallen off a bit with
The best thing that came out of
Community.
Endwalker is that the fucking main person Zero has finally got rid of that fucking hat she keeps tugging on. 10 out of 10.
hmm,
But
Sorry,
Eureka Office was the best thing about this expansion.
What was?
best thing about this
Eureka
expansion?
Office.
Oh, you mean the deep
I
dungeon?
need to.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to step in.
I haven't done it yet. Hey, collab
I haven't
stream,
done that one yet.
help me do it.
Wait, did you make it to the top floors on that?
Yeah, I did that when it first came out.
Did you
Fucking-
make
fucking
it?
Good game over here.
Yeah. When it first came out, yeah.
What the fuck?
I made a
What?
guide for it.
He's made a guy. Yeah.
What the?
Well, for
See?
the bosses.
I totally missed that out. I totally missed that part. I only saw
Oh, no,
you
no.
like do POTD and Heaven on High the other day, which was like
Yeah,
fuck-
but EO was like when it first came out, so it was ages ago.
I-
Well,
How's your
only care
mental?
I only care about Deep Dungeon if it's based on
I
Fantasy
forget-
11 in the next expansion. That's what I want. I want more
You are
Fantasy
such
11
a Final
content.
Fantasy 11 fanboy.
I am. Give me more. Give me Nizal Isle from 11 in 14, and then have everyone randomly get banned 6 months later because of Nizal Isle.
Did anyone get that reference?
No.
I think
Not
it was
really.
Nice Alive
No,
that everyone
you're
banned.
the only one. I'm sorry.
I think it was Nice
That was
Alive that everyone banned.
me.
I think that was the one.
I played-
that got-
I played 11 on my brother's like Xbox, and it was fun. And I kept dying in the starting zone. I was very young back then. I had no idea what I was doing. I would just die to like an orc or something, you know.
I was a teenager. I'm not old.
I've never
Oh,
played it,
so-
and I'm getting forced to play it next month.
Yeah.
Send help.
But no, I think it was
Oh,
Nice Alive.
okay.
I'm like old man speaks random stuff. I think it was Nice Alive that got everyone banned. Basically, what happened was when you beat the dungeon, basically it was an alliance raid kind of, where there's like a couple of chests at the end. And then when you beat the raid, everyone's supposed to roll on the chest. You know, like in like in the 24-man raids. But they found out if you disband the alliance to 3 different parties before opening the chest, each individual party got loot instead of the whole alliance. So they found out that was an exploit that people started doing because they've worked out that that's what happens if you disband the alliance before opening the chest. And then everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't do this because we'll get banned. Yeah, because it's exploit, the game code.
Yeah.
And so they waited 3 or 4 weeks and people didn't, started doing it because nothing was happening. Nobody was getting banned. There was no warnings. Even though people kept reporting the issue over and over again, there was no like bannings or warnings. So a lot of people started doing it more openly. And then 6 months later, they just flat banned everyone that did it.
Wow.
No
That's what they
warnings, no
get.
nothing. They just like flat banned everyone that did the exploit. Like nobody was told it was an exploit. People had been doing it. Yeah. I hadn't done it, by the way. I never did Nizel Isle when it was relevant. But like,
Good boy, Chili.
I was too busy still doing Dynamis and Limbus and Sky and Sea.
I remember that Sky Stone Sea stuff. It was quite fun to use. Okay, old man, Chili.
No, but you talk about Skystone Sea. As a console player, that was probably one of my favorite things to do because there's a website out there where if you enter I can't remember what the website was called now, but if you entered your
4-digit number on the back of your.
No, if you enter your job and enter the time and enter the percentage of the enemy's health, or if you go to 0%, it would actually do your DPS for you, so you could actually see your numbers without actually using any third-party tools. You just entered the dummy's health, your job, and how long, and then it will calculate everything for you. Which, as a PlayStation player, was pretty cool. I could work out what my numbers were.
I don't use that type of stuff. I don't care what my numbers are. Someone else does it, it's fine. I would never do it.
Are we
I'm a
talking
good
about
boy.
illegal third-party tools?
Yes, the illegal.
The tool I'm talking about is not illegal because you're using the Sea Stone Sky and then you're putting in how much health the enemy has, percentage left and the time you took, and then it worked out for you, just from inserting those numbers.
Technically, that's still a third-party tool.
That's true.
still illegal.
Just like Discord is.
Just like your
And
monitor is, and your mouse, and your keyboard. I remember when that was a meme when they were like, you can't use any third-party tools, and then there was someone that like recorded their Final Fantasy 14 gameplay, and they used to use like their phone camera, and then you could see them that they didn't have anything in front of them.
Sorry, I can't use my glasses. They're third party.
Oh God, no!
I can't see shit.
Yeah, I think people memed the shit out of that. It was really funny.
That'll come back. That meme will come back in 5 months when things have died down with the Fall Guys stuff, because that always comes back eventually, right?
The cheating?
The third party meme always comes back in like.
Oh yeah.
It comes back. It comes back because of the road race usually.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's not going to happen again until Dawntrail. So we're fine for a bit, I think.
It's kind of sad because like the old world races were kind of like even, and no one really like bothered cheating, as far as we know. And now it's like every ultimate that comes out and every like world race, it's just like they win, and then like top, for example, the fucking UAV.
Yeah, and then
came out from it. Yeah, it was like I sometimes I feel like what's the point? I feel like that firstly it's a game, so like you should kind of enjoy it, like as much as sufferable ultimates can be. The whole point of it is that like you're trying to enjoy yourself and it's a challenge. Like do you really feel the need to kind of let your entire credibility be thrown out of the window because you want to be the fastest in something? Like, if you just suck at the game, you can just admit it. Like, we wouldn't care.
Yeah, I do it constantly.
I mean,
I suck at the game.
The reality is,
Paul seen me raid.
the reality is, right? People cheat in Fall Guys to get the Fall Guys title, right?
Yeah, like it's so dumb.
People have started cheating there because everyone else is cheating. So everyone else is cheating to defeat the cheaters, and it's the same situation with road racing. Is when you have a group like that JP group that was cheating, how do you know that other groups that weren't streaming aren't cheating as well? Because
exactly.
they're using these third-party tools to get as much advantage as possible. Because everyone's cheating, so that's what they're doing. And I mean, that's why, in my opinion, I just prefer Twitch road race rather than anything else, because they can't cheat. Because
That's why I love that's why I like the WoW one, because you can see a lot of them.
Yeah, go
I prefer the WoW one because they have the you can use the add-ons and shit.
Talk about WoW. There's so many
Yeah.
wonderful content creators that are doing the world first this year coverage, like Rook, Liv, Haughty Chicken, I think as well was one of them. Like, I'm tempted to watch some of the WoW world first, even though I don't really play WoW and I've only tried it once. I tried it once during Shadowlands. That was when I tried.
Oh
WoW.
god, you tried it the worst time.
Well, I'm a controller player, so I was waiting until WoW added controller support. I told friends that I won't play WoW until it adds controller support. And then
And then they
Shadowlands
controller
added controller support, so I'm like, well, I guess I have to now. Because I said I would. So, in my defense, like, I gave it a fair shot. I beat the first raid. Like you know, the Castle Nathrius, I think it's called, right? The raid that it launched with. So
I played Shadowlands for like 2 seconds. I stopped and refunded it.
I played and raided in Shadowlands, so
and then I went back to
I
13, and then I went back to 11.
When I used to be like younger, I played on a private server on WoW, and oh god, I'm gonna get sued by Blizzard now. But anyway, I played on a like a private. I was broke, okay. Like I was trying to get by. Like
don't worry, I'm broke now. I'm still trying to find out if I can have sub this week.
yeah, I'm like broke as hell. So like as a teenager, you're not gonna afford like a sub every month. So we had to play on like private servers and stuff like that. We didn't bother actual like live players, right? So I don't think it was a big deal. But I actually kind of enjoyed the game. But in my opinion, it never really like surpassed FF for me ever. In any way, I also felt like I don't know. I don't know what it is with the game. I just didn't really like it as much. I did play the fuck ton though, but I don't know. I dropped it so fast.
I love the
afterwards.
aesthetic of WoW, the fantasy feel to it, like the dwarves and stuff like that. Because I like that stuff, but it was more the mythic content, like the mythic dungeons. I freaking love doing the mythic dungeons, doing the keystones and shit. That was great.
Yeah,
I don't have that in Final Fantasy.
But you're missing like one key aspect of WoW that FF has and WoW doesn't.
Buddy
Where
boys.
the fuck is Belmung?
Ah, that's true.
Oh,
no, it's the Skullshire.
Balmung,
Remember?
right? Yeah,
Where-
Gold
That's
Star.
Skullshire.
Where's
That's Skullshire.
Wait, do
Yeah.
they actually wait? I actually do they have that?
Yeah.
Do I have like
Yeah,
do I have like a quicksand? Oh shit! I'm gonna buy WoW right. Hold up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because my
They
friends
literally
were
have
like,
RP servers.
yeah, because my
You
friends
go
were
there.
like,
You...
my friends were like, yeah, we'll take you to this place called Goldshire. And then as soon as I got there, I started getting hit on by random people.
Oh my god.
And then I actually found a friend. And then, yeah, that was interesting.
Man.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. Is it Kaiju?
Kaiju, I'm guessing.
Kaiju? Kaiju?
Yeah.
Kaiju. I know that was a show or some shit in America. I can't remember. But Mythic Pluses were fun. But yeah, the world first raid for them does feel more like a legitimate event than.
I wish they would have doing 14 too.
Yeah, same.
Isn't
I wish they would.
Isn't Kaiju like giant monsters in Japan? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Like Godzilla.
Google.
How the yeah? Just go Google that, bro. I don't fucking know. I'm not Google.
I think
I know kaiju as in like some like TV show. There was like a show of it, or something, like a kid, like a bald-headed kid or some shit.
If
No,
I Google
it's like- isn't that the
Kaiju, I
frame
just
for-
get cashew nuts.
Ah, they're gonna kill me then. Okay.
I think 14 has like potential to get that level, but not anytime soon. Because
I know that
like,
Frosty
yeah,
has
it's
made
just-
it quite good.
Yeah.
I think there
Yeah,
needs to be like
Frosty
some.
made it good. It's just I don't know if we'll ever have it to the official level because it's just
If-
like it's always a cheating scandal comes out every fucking
Yeah.
world. And it's just
If Square
Yoshi P is
Enix-
always like I'm so disappointed.
if Square Enix came out and actually like said to Frosty to like make it an actual huge event with their like permission to like put a little bit of money to it and all that, maybe. But
I think it just needs moderation. Like I think
yeah,
because everyone can anyone can participate. I get that, but I think it should have like if it's somehow moderate. If they figure a way to moderate it somehow, I think that would be fine. Like if they would sponsor it and maybe like put some money in it to hire moderators and like figure out have one moderator per team, have them all 8 of them share their screen, so you know what's going on, and just hire a fuck ton of moderators. I mean, they're not broke, right? So like,
I mean,
for
you
one
wouldn't even need to
event-
hire them. To be honest, it's a huge chance that a lot of people would, at
want to
least for the
moderate,
first year or two, would probably volunteer.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you could just hire a bunch of them, and you're like, hey, you want to moderate for the world's race, and then you just have select teams that want to come in, and if you don't want to be moderated, you can't participate because then clearly you're trying to hide something. So I feel like you can just have a flat screen recording. Like you'd be like, oh, you should be fine with recording a stream because Osu, for example, does that too, right? Like they have these championships where all the players should share their screen and they're being recorded. So if there's any kind of cheating scandal, you can just see them on their screen. So like on FF, you can literally just do the same thing. There's like bunch of teams that participate in like the Osu championships. So I don't see how like in FF that isn't possible. Like people can do that too. You can just share your screen and have one moderator sit there. They will, monitor it and record it. And if there's anything wrong with it, you can tell who is disqualified and who isn't. And that would, I think, put most people on the same like playing field. Not to mention, of course, like PC players and console players. PC players could use tools that PlayStation players can't, for example. But other than that, I feel like it could be pretty even if you would just do something like that. Because otherwise, like if you would just let everyone go their way, you see what happens. Like people will just start, trying to get an advantage over others.
I mean, people did enjoy the scams though. Yeah, the drama that came out of it. They fed on it. They enjoyed it.
They enjoyed it, yeah. And then like on most cases, I feel like I don't know what this game was, but there was this one game where they would like speed run it, or they would be like I don't know, they would like try to race something, and then if you would find a new mechanic or a new solution to one of those mechanics, you are forced to share it with the rest, so that everyone's on the same playing field in order to keep racing. And if you would keep like a strategy to yourself, you would be disqualified. I don't know what game it was. I think some game did that in order to keep everyone on the same line. Because like in FF, if people figure something out, they will not tell others.
Yeah, they will not tell others.
They will not tell
Yeah,
others.
well, people
I know,
stream
that's
it.
the thing, right?
People
Yeah, a
refuse to
lot of like
stream-
JPs will not stream it
People
at all.
refuse to stream the world first because they don't want to give any spoilers to anyone to give them advantage. Like, it's crazy.
Like it is so competitive, and what do you get from it? Congratulations from Yoshi P.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
a title,
all that,
a weapon, maybe.
Yeah, but you get that anyway, But you get like the congratulations.
Trust me, he's such
because,
a
like,
nice person. He would congratulate you even if you were the last person to beat it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like the thing is that like you already get the rewards regardless whether you beat it first or not. But like now they don't even do like these posts anymore. They don't post the winners, for example, because like the DSR had this huge problem. They're like, oh, there's too much drama around. We don't want to announce like the winners of DSR, and then Top came out and they didn't do that either, right? Like that reward of being shout outed by Yoshi P is not even happening anymore because of DSR, for example.
Yeah, we didn't
So,
even
like-
get into Ultimates. Crazy.
Yeah, right. So like you don't get anything from it. So what are you cheating for at this point? Like,
But yeah, someone
wow.
said that it's like pride. People like to win for the sake of winning.
Yeah,
I kind of
it's
get
just-
that because we did make it into like a war. Like, oh, who's going to get? Is it going to be like JP that gets it first? NA, EU?
you know. But like cheating, just for what? It's exactly what you said. Like for what? You don't get
For what?
anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's like going into the dark side just for the sake of it, and I don't know. I always think it's silly. I personally think it's silly. I'm sure that those people that are cheating, they have a pretty good motive. It's like a fucking Joker motive. Yeah, but I want to be
Yeah.
different. You know, like I don't know, but I don't know because like I feel like having a sense of pride. I get that, but by cheating, it's just a false sense of pride. Like, do you not feel any guilt from
I
like
would.
the fact that like yeah, because I would feel guilty as fuck. I'd be like, I don't deserve this.
Yeah,
You
I'd be
know?
like, well, I'm just gonna delete my entire account, start again.
Yeah, like I feel
Like
like
that.
I feel like people that don't have that sympathy for like I don't feel any guilt from cheating. I'm like that's messed. But like it's like if I would cheat and I would win from it, and like, actively knowing that other teams have worked equally as hard, but like I would cheat in order to get the win, I wouldn't feel great. I'd be like, the second place can have it because like I don't think I deserve it. Like at some point I would feel guilty about it. Like. Maybe not right away. I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I won!" But then, like the next day, I'd be like, "Oh man."
Next time, I just feel like so bad. I'm like,
I mean,
oh,
I
no,
know
yeah.
it's-
What if they split into like multiple different tiers of World First?
How'd that work?
I don't know. World First that are using
Different-
tools versus
there's-
World First that aren't.
There's Twitch World First. That's the thing they did, and I think Arthur's got Twitch World First for top. I believe. I think it might have been
I think
Arthur's.
so, yeah.
I always thought they should have split console players away from PC players.
Boo!
Oh yeah, do like console world. first.
I know that's like super controversial because a lot of teams they have console players and PC players in the same team.
Yeah.
But I think if you really want to make it fair, you should separate them because of the fact that like PC players can do things that console players can't, and that's already by itself an advantage. And if you have a whole team with like 7 PC players and 1 console player, they might actually do better than 7
I
console
think-
players and 1 PC player.
I think most world proggers are on PC.
Yeah.
Honestly. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
doing the
but,
road
like,
race. Nothing against consoles. It's just like
No,
the
yeah.
fact that
Now,
you can.
now console
Boo!
players,
quickly-
this is consoles. This is a declaration from the VTubers here, from Azurite. If you're a console player, get next world first. Prove him wrong. Prove him
No,
wrong.
because I'm
Yeah,
suck.
honestly.
Get full guarantee, full console players, all of it. Do it.
I suck.
Yeah,
so
I
no.
think
As a
they
console player, I
should
can't.
just
I think it's
Yeah, but-
possible. I just think there's too much like people will expect you to be on PC. People will expect you to record your gameplay and be able to just quickly,
You can't do that. on-
quickly save it. Yeah, but how long is that going to take you to do that on console, as opposed to just doing it on PC?
I mean, if you're
quickly
recording
saving it,
gameplay, that's
go
not
into
hard at all.
screen share.
Yeah,
If
see?
you're just recording gameplay, you just press one button.
Oh yeah, nowadays it's pretty
For me,
easy.
I got
You
a
just-
whole,
you just
like-
press the share button, right?
Yeah, you just press share button and it records up to the last 60 minutes.
I have to get up like OBS and shit. Like I've got to get up a whole new program.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Make sure it's not
yeah,
lagging out
I
my
mean-
game.
For PC, I use Shadow Player. I would.
yeah, same.
I would hit.
PlayStation
I
has
would
that
hit.
built in.
I would hit. I would hit the
PS5 has
thingy.
Shadow. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
How easy is it to point out stuff in a PlayStation, though? Like highlighting stuff on your screen and stuff like that. Okay, I'm getting into
Yo, he's getting defensive.
It's even harder now with the removal of stupid X, because it used to be able to upload the video straight onto Twitter, and then now you have to upload it onto your stupid phone and then download it from your phone, and
Okay. So PC wins now. The PC wins now. Thank you, Twitter. I'm sorry, X.
Twitter.
I'm
X
sorry,
and I give it to you.
I'd have to side with PC here anyway. But like, yeah, I mean that's the thing. I feel like they should just separate them. Like put console players together, put PC players together, call it a day. Like,
I mean, to be fair, they could just implement an actual leaderboard system where you actually see the leaderboard in game or the person who completed it top. For that, just for that, it could have been like something in game you could have had.
And it's already, by the way,
implemented.
I guess you don't play on console at all then. If you do play on console, you can see other console. You know who other console players are by looking at them.
Yeah.
If you examine someone, it will tell you their PSN ID at the bottom right if they're playing on console.
wait, does it do that now?
Yeah, it's always done that. Yeah. If
Oh,
you're
on console only, or
Yeah, on console. only,
yeah,
on
only,
console.
yeah,
only.
on console
okay,
only. Yeah, console players can see other console players, which means that if there's no PSN ID, it means that you're a PC player. So we know.
The fuck? Why can you see that? But why can't we see that? What the hell is that?
Why can't we see their
The
Steve?
yeah.
So we don't be toxic pieces of shit, you know.
Yeah.
Console, get the fuck out of my pie.
Well, I saw a thing on Twitter. It was like someone like put like not a black mage because they weren't in the mood for having a black mage in their party. Like,
Oh, that
PF,
reminds
like-
me.
Yeah,
That reminds me. One time I did like E7S, I think, the one with like Ifrit and Garuda, where they combine and shit like that. I think it was E7.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure, but
aka Elemental Hero.
huh?
No, I think that was
Sorry, it is-
E6.
There's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. sorry.
E7 was
Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, Yu-Gi-Oh
was the
now.
birds.
The birds.
Yeah, the
Like
phonics.
the portals from
Oh,
Portal 2 and all
right.
that shit.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
E7.
So E6 was the one with the
Garuda and
Garuda.
Ifrit,
Yeah. So we did E6S, and then there's a knockback at some point that comes in, and then my black mage asked the scholar, "Yo, hey, you want to use knockback? You know, like the arm's length and shit like that, or a sure
Yeah.
cast?" And then the scholar was quiet, and then they didn't say anything, and they kept dying because they weren't sure whether they were going to use knockback together or not, because you have to take a stack together. And then the black mage's like, "Hey, you know, could you answer me?" And the scholar was like, "How fucking dare you! Like, how the fuck dare you talk to me? Like, I don't care if you use knockback or not. I'm not gonna adjust to you, black mage. Like, go fuck yourself." And they left. And I was like, "Is he
Yeah.
okay?"
It's a mental breakdown about fucking.
He was like,
knockback.
he was so pissed about knockback, and I was like, and then like he was like, "I'm not gonna adjust for you, black mage. Just because you're black mage doesn't mean you're entitled to like having healers adjust to you." And I was like, he just asked you if you wanted to use knockback or not. Like, damn.
He asked nicely, man. What the
He
hell?
asked really nicely. He was like, "Hey, do you want to use knockback?" And I like, it was a
Bro's been
genuine
hurt.
question.
Bro's been hey, like he like I don't know, black mage took his ex girlfriend or boyfriend or some shit. He does not like black mages.
I was
I'll
like,
be
who the
honest.
fuck pissed in your cornflakes this morning? Like, God damn.
I'll be honest, I never forget when our paladin used to adjust to the black mage and bard in our group back in Alexander and Omega. I think it was mainly Omega because bard didn't have a knockback resistance in the Omega raid tier, but you had the ghost train thing which knocked you back. So we'd have the paladin would use cover and then use knockback resistance to make sure that the bard didn't get knocked back.
Oh,
I remember
Temple
that.
Will. Oh, I remember those days. Back when
Yeah.
Paladin was great.
Eh.
Make Paladin,
Make Paladin great again. Fucking
Yeah.
Trump moment right here.
And then
I mean-
Sukunomi, or whatever her name is, I can never say her name right. You know when you get
That's
that,
Me?
you know when you get that stun effect during the transition.
Yeah.
The paladin would use cover on the black mage so that the black mage wouldn't get stunned during that effect, so they could keep
Oh
their.
my god.
That's like get the astral up. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's big brain right there.
I need myself a paladin like that.
I need myself a pocket paladin. That's what I need. Forget pocket pussy. Give me a pocket paladin any day.
Oh my god. I mean I guess like that reminds me also like talking about like players sometimes is that one time I used to play with a friend in PO2D because we want to level our jobs, and I was playing dancer at the time, and then we were one paladin, one astro, one dancer, which was me, and then a red mage. So me, that literally you don't need more like five brain cells to realize that as a dancer you just dance partner the other DPS.
Mhm.
So I did that, and then at some point like the paladin was like, "Hey, I don't know, I don't want to be rude, but can you dance partner someone else?" And I'm like, "The fuck you on about?" And then I was like, "Okay," and then I dance partnered the friend that I was with, the Astro, which I low key cringed doing that because I was like, "Why the fuck would I dance partner?" You know, but whatever. So I dance partnered my Astro, and I asked the paladin like, "Hey, so why do you want me to not dance partner the DPS?" And they were like, "Well, actually, they're my dance partner." And I'm like, "Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's fucking
Please.
cringe.
Please." And then they were like literally like, "Yeah, but we are usually dance partners." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's the dumbest fucking reason
I
I've
would have
ever
been
heard."
like, "Oh no, it seems I've accidentally pressed the leave button."
No, like, and
Well,
then, like it's funny because it's funny because right afterwards they were like, "You know, whatever, it's fine. You can dance partner them," with like this really sassy tone to them, and I was like, God damn it, whatever. And then they just left. Like they both just straight up left because I guess Daddy wasn't really happy that their kitten was being dance partnered. I don't know, dude. But like I was
Wait,
just
what?
like,
When
Huh?
did I join the party?
Fucking Discord kitten.
yeah, like literally
Oh,
like Discord
no.
kitten moment there, and I was like, this is so cringe. And then like the
Oh.
next day, I went to the POTD solo and I met the Red Mage again. And I dance partnered them without knowing because I don't look at names. Like I give a shit. I just dance partnered the DPS and that's it. And dance partnered them, and literally 5 seconds later they left. And I was like, why the fuck did they leave? So I checked the names, and then I remember I posted like the screenshot on Twitter because I want to like check, I want to like let people know like these
Nice
people
views,
are, like,
get those views.
yeah, I was like I was like, I'm gonna get myself some free clicks here, but like I was like these people, I don't know, dude. So I posted on Twitter, and then I checked on the Twitter post again. And I was like, holy shit, that was the same Red Mage as yesterday. And that's why they left. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, are you really that?
I would have took a screenshot like, oh, they're back again. Let's go.
I did post on Twitter again, like the same Red Mage left again. And people were like, oh my god, there's no way people like that exist. And I was like,
They do though. They take, I don't know, they take this shit like, I don't know, RP or whatever.
they take it, yeah.
They take it way too seriously.
I mean, there's RP and then there's like some kind
there's
of
that.
there's a red, like, there's RP and then there's a red flag, and that's a red flag for me.
That's
like,
a big red.
I don't know how their relationship is going right now. I hope it's going great.
I hope they have a lovely relationship. I hope they have kids and everything. I hope they're living life to the fullest.
I hope they're like Discord kittens on still going.
It's kittens for life.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know, man. I just feel like sometimes you just need to touch some grass. I think that's just how it goes. And like I have like,
But make sure it's grass. By the way, I learned last year to make sure it is grass. don't touch it. Well, you saw the injury pool.
Oh yeah.
I have like
I went outside
against,
year. I went outside and I fell over and broke my wrist. So make sure it's grass.
Oh my god.
I
mean, the thing is like about the whole thing is like I have nothing against RP because like obviously, I mean, should I leak? I mean, I mean, pretty honest about things. I mean, I RP'd at some point, right? Because I wanted to like.
Okay, yeah, so have I.
Yeah, I mean, we dive, like I dive deep down the iceberg because I'm curious and I like to see things for myself, So I at some point just went into RP stuff and I just tried to check it out, and I actually I quite like. Did I enjoy? It was alright, I guess. It wasn't. In the end, it wasn't always my cup of tea. Like the full RP thing of like actually like displaying what you're doing it. Like that's a bit I would just. I mean, how far did I RP? I think the furthest I really RP'd was me being a pizza boy. Or girl, technically.
And then you made money.
I made money from it.
It was kind of a win-win situation.
But I think other than that, I didn't really RP in the game like heavily or something like that. But I did see the RP culture, and the RP culture is honestly what kind of keeps the game going in some cases. Especially the social aspect of it. Like, have you seen fucking nightclubs, dude?
Yeah, I have. I've looked at them on stream and everything. I'm like, oh, wow,
yeah,
that's really interesting.
Yeah, they're fucking wild. Like, that's crazy how big.
I've been to two. I've been to two, and they're pretty good. The moment I can't get into RP, like I'm hella dyslexic.
I mean,
typing it all out, doing all the emotes and stuff like that, it'd be like I'm speaking a whole nother language because it would not make sense one bit.
I have experimented in the RP scene just to like figure out what's going on, and I'm a researcher at heart, so I'm just kind of like looking around and seeing what is happening.
A Charlian boy through and through, are we?
Yeah. But I didn't dig any deeper than that because at some point it wasn't really my cup of tea. But it is an interesting. But then like you have those people, right, that I met in POTD, and I'm like they're too far gone.
They're too far gone.
That's like that's another level of like I don't think I can deal with that. But it's an interesting scene. Let me put it that way. But yeah.
Interesting in hyphens.
Yeah, it is an interesting scene in hyphens. It depends on how far you're willing to go, right? But
I got 4-star RP. Does that count?
What the fuck is that?
So when I started playing the game, the people who got me into the game, one of them was fine, one of them was great. But the other guy tried to make it out that I was his sister. By the way, I was just starting the game, messing around. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and he forced me to. One, I was very impressionable. I didn't really have a backbone, and he was like they were like two of like the only friends I kind of had at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like I just didn't want to like upset them or anything. So it was like I got forced to the RP, and then I found out that he was an absolute pedo. So.
Oh fuck.
So I took him out of my life straight away. Fucking
damn.
axed. I fucking
Yeah.
French Revolution that bastard. I was gone.
Oh my god.
Like,
I mean, the thing is, like, with the RP. I mean, the funny thing is that the whole RP thing kind of started like after we did the pizza thing, because my friend, well, actually, I said as a joke, like, you know, there are all these nightclubs. Let's check them out. I think I said as a joke, by the way. And my friend was like, "Oh nah, man, that's not the. I don't know, why would you do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It sounds fun. Like, why don't we just go there and check it out? Like, don't judge before you like, you know, don't judge until you see it. You know, you never know." So we went there on our first day after we did our pizza delivery thing. We went to the club, and I was like, you know, it's okay to be there, to hang out with people, I guess, and you talk to people sometimes. And I never really RP'd. I just talked to people, and then the day after, right? I was doing the pizza delivery thing again, and I was asking my friend, like, I saw my friend online, and I was like, "Why are you online? And why are you in a different server? Like, why are you not in Odin?" So like, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just hanging out." I'm like, "Uh-huh." So I go over to his world to check out where he is, and he's in a private estate. So I'm like, "Bro, are you in a club?" Yeah, I'm like, "Are you in a club?" And he was like, "I can explain." I'm like, "Weren't you the one that was like against it? Yes. Why are you in a club?" And then he was like, he was hooked. Like he was like every day.
He didn't want you to find out his secret.
Yeah, he was like literally in the club every single day. And then I would sometimes just join him to like talk with people, I guess, because people would recognize me because they knew me from Twitter and stuff like that, which was kind of cool. And then at some point, I actually made a lot of good friends on these like night life things. I wouldn't really be there for the RP. I would just be there for, I guess, like meeting people. Like it was nice to meet some people. A lot of them are really nice. So like, if you ever want friends, I guess just go to a club. Like
go to a nightclub.
Yeah, go to a nightclub. There's like people are super social there. They won't like, you know, they're not gonna be like.
Are we all EU boys besides Chile?
Huh?
You two EU servers?
I'm EU. Yeah, I'm in Raiden.
Yeah,
Oh, I got
sorry,
confused for a second. I thought you said, "Are we all E-boys except Chile?"
EU boys. EU boys.
Okay.
Them two are E boys technically.
I thought Chile was EU.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I play on NA.
What the?
Oh,
Man, you're one of those. God,
but you're British, right?
Yeah, I am. I live in
Oh,
England.
okay. Oh, fair enough.
You got to remember, as I said, I'm very old, and when I played, there was no EU servers. There were only NA.
fair point. Fair point. That's actually a fair point.
And I already had a house on the NA server. I'm like, well, I'm not moving now. So
That's a fair point. I mean, I didn't move from Odin to Raiden just to get like a house, and there was like Alpha and Raiden, and I was like, yeah, I could go to Alpha, but then I was gonna make jokes about like Alpha and shit like that, like I'm an Alpha male or whatever the fuck, and then I would be like, let's go to Raiden because that sounds cool, and then literally the first thing I did was like, I went to Raiden so that they can't like make weird jokes about it, and then the first guy comes up to me as like Raiden these nuts, and then I was like,
Yes.
and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Shit, man.
What about you guys? Right, we didn't actually hear yours. You say yeah to EU?
Yeah. I'm on Chaos Phantom. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nah.
It's pretty dead over on Chaos because you know Square Enix did the whole cross DC thing and didn't
Yep.
think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
to be
yeah,
fair, even on NA where there's multiple data centers, everything's dead except for Aether.
yeah,
Like,
no.
if you want to
yeah,
do
it's
anything,
awful.
you've got to go to Aether.
It's the same here on EU. If you want to do anything, you go to Light. It's just
Yep.
annoying.
You can come over
I'm
to
on.
Raiden. I always have a spot open somewhere.
Well,
No,
I'm
I'm
never
slowly
gonna, like-
I am,
I'm never gonna-
I'm sorry,
Oh,
because
no,
I am slowly leveling up my EU character, Chili Farts, over on Chaos.
I'm never gonna leave my my server because I have an
Oh
FC,
no,
my own FC,
no,
and my own
not
person.
that. Just visit. Just come
Oh
by.
yeah, no, I do. I usually
Say-
visit Raiden actually.
Oh
Bro,
shit.
Faye, you don't even play the game anymore.
I can come visit if you're not even playing the game.
I can make exceptions.
I bet you don't even have sub right now.
I do have a sub just to get my just so I can keep my house.
Keep my pizza delivery firm alive, you know.
I worked hard for that large house. Okay, I'm not gonna fucking lose that shit.
I delivered so many pizzas for that house. I would not lose it.
Talking about it, I should probably log in and check my house. But I'm looking if I lost it at this point.
I love the crossworld. It is fun to go on different crossworlds, or like different. But I only have I have 3 characters on the go. One is NA, unfortunately, but it is over there where I go raid with Chile. I only did that because I felt sorry for them because they were losing people, and I'm like, look, I can come help raid.
Now you've joined, and you can see how fast we lose people somehow.
Yeah, they lose people so fucking quick on NA.
I don't know what to
Holy
do.
shit!
They're like, okay, we did a fight. Okay, we've left. And so in some cases, we've had people leave before we even get to participate in the fight. Like we've had one recently where we had replacements for our tank and healer. And then, as we're about, they're like, "Yeah, we'd love to join you." Like, awesome, see you at this time. Like, yeah, sure, we'll see.
No,
you then.
it was
We look forward to it.
they were a tanking couple.
Oh, well, fine. It was two tanks. They're like, "Oh, we'd love to join you." Like, okay, cool. We'll see you at this time. And then they left the Discord at that time.
They left the Discord.
Okay.
I was like, okay. You lose people
Thanks.
so quick. It's unreal. And I'm like, I mean, that's what they do get for playing on Crystal, I guess. Because that PF is dead. Only good thing is there is the RP.
Ava said the same thing. Whether the cross data center needs to be is an issue with that. But I feel like we're about to hit the 2-hour mark, so we should start wrapping this up.
We've already hit the 2-hour mark. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes.
But we didn't start recording until like later. Remember, because we were talking.
See,
for
I
ages.
told you
Like 10 minutes.
I told you I talk a lot. Now we're like
It's
2
great,
hours in.
Hell, I've gone off and got snacks to listen while you guys talk.
God damn it!
Damn, I've been sitting there holding a fucking piss in. Like, the fuck?
I'm sat
I was ready to look for a goddamn bottle.
I'm sat here in the packet of those Pharmacy 14 crisps that I imported. They're so good.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'm still sad that I never got the Tartaru packet. I will always be sad.
So we got Raiden and what would you say on Chaos?
Phantom Chaos.
Phantom. Yeah. Okay, well I'm on Ragnarok and Phoenix.
Oh.
If you see a person, if you see someone called Bunny, either Bunny Parvis or Bunny Gunnery roaming around, that's me.
Noted.
Yeah, I'm not hard to miss. I'm green, so not very hard to miss.
I'm gonna log into the game and see if my house is actually still here. Oh fuck.
Logs in, goes away. Well, no more.
Hopefully we've saved your house. And by saving your house, can you tell us where you can find your content and what you're going to be up to?
And then any shout outs you would like.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can find my content on YouTube under Favy if you're kind of thirsty, I guess, and down bad. I have the content for you. Smiley
Constantly.
face. Otherwise, you can find me on TikTok. My Final Fantasy TikTok is No, it's not Final. It's Favy XIV now because I changed it. And you can follow me on Twitter, Favy_ for thigh pictures.
Nice.
And on Twitch, Favy. I think it's just Favy everywhere, honestly. Like I think if you just type Favy, you will find me.
And Azurite, shout outs and where can people find you and what you
Oh yeah, sure. So you can find me on YouTube under Azurite FFXIV. And everywhere else, you can find me at Azuratian, which is just above my little PNG thing, if you don't know how to spell it. So that's on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, all that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Thank you for joining us. It's been lovely, and hopefully we'll have you on again sometime if we haven't scared you off.
Oh, absolutely not. I would come back anytime. Thank you for inviting. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, fellow EU enjoyers. Chile. Sorry.
I think Chile has a pretty decent reason. I'll give him a pass because like, if he did it after 1.0, I'd be like, but if it's 1.0 and it wasn't EOS, I don't blame him.
Thank you.
Because you're the only person that's ever said that.
Yeah, everyone else is like, "How dare you?" I'm like, "Oh, but reason. I have reasons."
That was a good. It's a good reason. If there's no EU service, what else do you do? Play on JP?
Because even in 2.0, it wasn't until like what 2.2 that they added EU servers, wasn't it? It was when did they add the Mog Station? Because it was just after the Mog Station that they added EU.
I have no clue.
Because
when
they
I
said
started
that-
playing,
I'm not
that
that
was
old.
already there.
Because they said the fact that the EU servers were actually funded by the Mog Station purchases. So yeah,
Lamau.
Yeah,
Are you
to be
saying-
fair, I
you
did
saying
buy a
that-
lot of Fantasias.
Are you saying that NA funded EU
pretty much, yeah,
again?
as always.
God damn it! Every time, man, we can never escape.
Can't escape from the EU for the NA clutches. Can never
Yeah,
escape.
and they always saves us. I appreciate it.
And then we always beat them and stuff. Feels bad.
Well, now we've lost all of our NA listeners, which is most of our listeners.
Yeah, where the fuck are my EU pips at? Where are all my EU viewers? The fuck?
To be fair,
You
it is
sleeping? It's
1
2
a.m. in the
a.m.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stream quite early. Like, what the hell, man? To be fair, no one wants to watch people on weekends.
I do.
So I'm watching.
I watch
I'm
people on
watching World
weekends.
Races. Yeah, actually, we all know who you, shrimp for.
Yeah, Cameras. Okay, Risk
Yeah.
TV. I don't lie. Everyone knows that I shrimp for Cameras.
We know.
Yeah.
I'm here. EU. Let's go. Let's go. Need more EU peeps. It's very lonely.
So anyway,
Right, we're
thank you
going
all-
to wrap up. So everyone say your goodbyes. Remember, go follow these lovely two. They do some great content that I was watching when I was raiding. Yeah, I've given follows. You should give them follows. Job done. If you're seeing this over on Podbean, if you're hearing this over on Podbean, I shouldn't say seeing this. But yeah, we'll have their links in the description. Go click on all that.
Yeah.
Bubbly boop.
Yeah,
And if you
thank
like us, then thank you.
Yeah, thank you for all the follows today. Thank you to Print Hello. Thank you to Slut Cat Boy. Thank you to Cat Star.
To what? Did you say
What a
slut
name.
cat boy?
Sly Lux? Sly Lux? Lux Cat Boy? I don't know. Sexy Cat Boy. Thanks to Sexy Cat Boy. Thank to Cactus Car Supreme. And of course, thank you to Faye and Azurite for the follow, along with thank you to Deathbringer. We're at 1,051 followers now. If we hit 1,100 followers by January, I promise to bring back the penguin suit and stream in a penguin suit again in real life. So please look forward to it. But we got to hit it by January. So
Make it happen. Sounds like a good time.
It sounds like a good time.
I've now got to go buy Christmas gifts.
Will you make a will you freeze like a little pond and slide over it with your belly, like belly slide over it?
Doesn't
That
get
would be
cold.
pretty, I'm like that's pretty good content. Like
that'd be. I wouldn't that
It'd
involve?
be pretty good content, but it's also be good how to also injure yourself.
I know. Well, you could buy. I don't know how you would freeze it exactly, but you could buy like a kid's paddling pool, and then
Yeah.
somehow freeze that, and then slide
Yeah.
on that. I guess.
yeah, basically.
I don't know how
How
I'd
you gonna freeze
specifically
it?
freeze that area, but yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, give it a couple more weeks. We get more cold. You get into the minuses
yeah.
to stick outside.
Yeah.
Now's the time to do it, you know.
Yeah, go buy a paddling pool. You know what? I'll go buy you one for Christmas.
I imagine that go to Argos and be like, "Why are you buying this paddling pool?" It's like because some people on the internet told me that I should freeze it
I'm
and slide on
cosplaying
my
a
belly.
penguin.
Yeah.
No, just put I'm cosplaying a penguin. Leave me to do my own life.
Yeah. Thank you very much. But the issue is I'm scared of fish, so that's the
Oh
problem.
boy. Fish are scary.
Fish are not going to magically appear in your paddling pool, is it?
You never know. You
with
never
me,
know.
Paul. You never know.
You never know what the Matrix is possible of. Suddenly, it would just appear out of nowhere.
Why do fish suddenly appear?
Let's find someone to raid before I lose my
Yeah.
sanity
I'm
of fish.
Remember, by the way, as we end this, remember to go check us out on Moogle Go Around Radio on X. Check us on Podbean. Go find us on Twitch. Blah blah blah. Thank you. Bye.